Welcome everyone. Let's talk cloud today. We're gonna go over this real quick because I'm sure a lot of people are undecided on which career path they really want to go. I speak to a lot of people that's more on the cybersecurity side, which cybersecurity always gonna be a place to be. It's the law enforcement of the internet. If you go on that side, unless you just want to be a hacker or ethical hacker and just try and find bugs and backdoors and all of that good stuff that's inside of people applications, and you know how that goes. But anywho, all right, what I have on my screen in front of us is a article from Mr. Ryan. It's a roadmap to cloud jobs, how and why to become a cloud engineer. Now, the term cloud engineer, that sounds great. And you can look up plenty jobs on Indeed, LinkedIn, and you will see that there are tons of jobs for solution architect, cloud engineer. You have DevOps, DevSecOps. Honestly, it don't matter which way you go. That's just me being honest. It's so the cloud world is so vast that you really have to figure out what you like and find your place. All right. So, of course, I'm just gonna short term it. I'm not gonna read all of this. Blase. 2019, over 50% of global enterprise use at least one public cloud. Now, this is 2020. Multiple enterprises are using multiple clouds. They're not just using one cloud provider. Some are using two, because even though cloud is cloud, some providers offer different services within their cloud domain. So they like to, try and go with the things that need for whatever they're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to it. This right here just saying, learn all you need to succeed in the cloud computing job market. All right, that's right. First step, learn the fundamentals. You'll never hear me tell somebody go and get the fundamental certification. Only the only reason why I never tell anyone don't get a cloud fundamental certification is I'm the type of person that like to challenge myself, and I feel like you all need to challenge yourself as well. I'm cheap. Let's save some money. Okay, you can go out here and get these fundamental certifications for $100. And you probably gonna study maybe about a month and a half, when you can actually just really go out here and pay a little bit more and get the golden standard that will actually really get you recognized in the door of a cloud role, at these companies with the certification. Now, they will look at your resume because you have it, but you will need to add some other touches to your resume. You will have to go out here and learn some skills. If you don't have any programming skills, I say learn the basic. Learn the basic of everything, because you will have to know the native service itself. But to know some tools outside of native service is great. Just like with AWS got cloud formation. Basically, it's infrastructure as code. You can build out what you need in cloud formation. They use JSON and YAML as the language to build it out. But Terraform got their own infrastructure as code that you can learn. That's a tool outside of AWS, but you can benefit from that too, because you can use that tool across all cloud platforms that's out here. And it's integrated with so many cool technology, Docker, Kubernetes, You name it, they probably have it embedded inside of Terraform. All right, let's get back to this. Why become a cloud engineer? I don't know. Maybe you just want to be a cloud engineer. I don't know what I really want to be, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to get my hands on all the technology, and I will figure that out as I go. DevOps methodology is actually becoming a role. Well, it is a role. It wasn't intent to be a role, but it's a role now. That is something big on the market right now. You probably will find more DevOps jobs than you'll find any other type of cloud jobs that's out here in the market. So I would suggest you to go out here, look online, and just look at some of the skills that are required for DevOps, which CI/CD, that is a plus. CI/CD actually is so big that I don't care what area in the cloud. As long as you're doing something technical, then you need to know about CI/CD pipelines, Jenkins, AWS Code Deploy, whatever Azure use, whatever Google use. They all use something, but across the board, a lot of people, if you're going to use a tool that's non-native, Jenkins is definitely one of them. I think some might use GitLab. That's another good one. Learn them. You need to do your homework yourself. I just give you samples of what's out here because I like to collect data. I like to see which way the market going so that I can prepare. You might not like doing everything in the cloud. Find a certain place within the cloud. I mean, some people like building infrastructure. Some people want to deal with containerized services. Some people only want to deal with IAM, the security management area of the cloud. Whatever it is, you figure it out and you work hard toward that area. Then, you just get out here. I'm gonna say this. LinkedIn is a good way to show people that you are trying. What I'm starting to see is a lot of people they doing it the wrong way. They seem to be so thirsty that you look beyond green. I guess they say green is when you're a newbie trying to learn this stuff. You don't want to seem like that. And if you're out here actually just switching up from one thing to another 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 thing and so on, they're gonna know that you're not mastering anything. And if you're not trying to master anything, then it's like, what are you good at? I don't know where we should put you because, every time I turn around, it's like, you're trying to learn this, you're trying to learn that. And don't get me wrong, learning as much as you can is good. I do that. But you have to find a focus point. After, you get your couple tools up under you, get you a focus point. I made Linux my focus point because I have the AWS Solution Architect and I have the AWS SysOps. Next year, I want to get a professional cert. I don't know if I want to get the AWS Solution Architect Professional or the DevOps. I'm probably leaning more toward the Solution Architect Professional over the DevOps. It just sound better. I can still do DevOps with that, but it just sound better. But right now my main focus is Linux, because I've taken some courses on Docker and, played with some Kubernetes, but it's a lot up under all of this technology and it evolves around Linux. You have to know Linux. If you can learn Linux, you should have no problem out here in the cloud world at all. You probably won't have too many problems. But you're gonna get tired of using the graphical user interface. You're gonna have to get beyond that. You're gonna have to get in the trenches. So work on Linux. If you studying for the cloud, don't overdo it. Don't try and learn like 30 things at one time. You're going to slow your progress down. Do one thing at a time. Get it done, get it over with, move on to the next. That's the only way you can complete this. So let's see what else he got on here. What type of jobs are there? Which we just already said that, he said it, cloud engineer, you got cloud architect, cloud development, cloud support, and it's cloud SecOps. I think they just making up. Titles are being made up every few months, so it's a place for everybody. All right, here we go. Cloud architect. He said that salary role average about 107 per year. Now, let's get this straight. You all are not gonna walk in as a cloud architect unless, you've shown someone that you're able to design some high-end, high available, fault tolerant, cost efficient architect models, but normally it take a little while for you to really get the architect status. Now, a lot of companies are hiring. You might land a contract role where you will be labeled as a cloud architecture. Learn your core study well. Practice, build. You have to build something in order to exercise what you're learning. I like to tell people first, if your main objective, if you are in a rush, go ahead and go through the theory. Get the theory out the way. Get your certification. After your certification is done, now you can focus entirely on architecting, developing, improving those skills that you done went through and learned the theory of. I think that would be best because it will help you get one major hurdle out the way, and now you can just focus on the technical side of things. Cloud development. I have no idea what cloud development is. You ask me, it sounds like a developer job, basically. So they're saying the average is $98K annually. Cloud software developer. I don't know about these numbers, but I did state in the beginning of the video, I think I did, that your job will start off around about 70 all the way up beyond past this 128. Just depending on which way you go. Cloud support. There's nothing wrong with that if you want to learn to be a cloud system technician. I never seen that role for real, but you can actually come in the door and really go beyond these levels here if you got the right technical skills to go with your certification. Certification just for you to be noticed. The technical skills are for you to show them, and you can actually negotiate your worth to a company. So playing with this stuff every day, that's what's gonna get you there. Okay, popular cloud provider. We already know these are the big three players. These are the big three players on the planet. You can't go wrong with either one of them. They all over the place. You go on Indeed, LinkedIn right now, you're gonna find jobs. You're gonna find so many jobs out there that you're gonna be like, this is crazy. You're gonna see some crazy salaries out there. You're gonna see some bogus job descriptions out there that feel like you're supposed to know 100 skills. I'm gonna tell you like that. Screw it, apply for it. You never know, because they don't even know. Some of these companies, they will get you and just find a place for you within the company and help you grow with the company. I feel like those are great companies that do that, that will invest that time into developing you up into what they need that company to be. Okay. What is this? Roadmap to become a cloud engineer, blah, blah, blah. It said proficiency with Java, AngularJS, and or Python. Python is good. Bachelor's degree in computer science or a boot camp with open source experience. All right. I like to speak on that too. Bachelor's degree, that's good. I still find people that I know with bachelor's degrees and still they can't get in it. They can't do it, can't get a job. It's hard for them to be noticed. Degrees are great. I'm not gonna tell you that you going to school and getting an education is not great. But it's just a little bit faster if you got some certification. You don't even have to do a boot camp. Certification, get you some projects, do you some projects, and put them on GitHub or put them up in Bitbucket. Learn how to use Git. All the companies use Git. You can't avoid Git. That's why I say learn Git, learn Linux. Let's see what else it say. Basic terms. Here go a good list. Basics and terms. I mean, I'm assuming they mean just, hey, learn the basics of the services and what it does. Learn about deployment model, auto scaling, clustering, data storage infrastructure, DevOps. Yes, learn the ways of DevOps. CI/CD, virtual machines are nothing more than just the compute. And you can attach EBS volumes to them or some type of storage volume. And you can put some images on them. You know, those images will actually, you know, if you want a Ubuntu image on your virtual machine, you put it on there, boom, now you got virtual machine. It's no different than just Docker. You got Docker containers with images on them. The only difference is that Docker container can live on your local machine, or you can install Docker containers on a virtual machine. Therefore, you can put multiple applications on one virtual machine. You'll learn that through your course of studies. Learn some cloud too. VMware is very popular. I see that on a lot of stuff. I really don't know anything about VMware, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. As I keep saying, DevOps tools, Jenkins, GitHub, Ansible. Containerization is Kubernetes and Docker. These are very hot commodities over here. They are. Get you the certification for these jobs, AWS, Azure, Google. And yeah, you'll definitely feel great after getting one of those certifications. It'll definitely make you want to do more. It's a write a strong resume. Honestly, I'm not a good resume writer. I'm still searching for someone to give me that pop that I need for my resume. But I mean, it works for now. I need to find some help with a cover letters, but until then, I am just going to do what I gotta do. Definitely prepare and study for interviews. I feel like that is important. No, I do not do it, but I need to. Maybe I can stop stumbling sometimes over interviews, but hey, it's all a learning process. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get a job right then and there. Trust me, one will come. But if you're not doing your part, then it's not gonna come. You have to do your part. Your first part is study your ass off. Get the certification. Study your ass off a little more. Get you the technical skills and blend it all in with some soft skills. Then you will be ready for the cloud. Let's see. Necessary topics to learn for cloud engineer. These here are some great things because you're definitely going to be dealing with a lot of database service, platform of service, software service. All of that stuff is very important. Everybody can live in the cloud world, you know what I'm saying? So find your area, learn it well. Uh, Cloud deployment model, public, private, community, hybrid. You will learn about that. Um, I don't think when AWS, when I was studying for it, it did not go over that, but I learned that from taking my Security Plus certification. So I kind of had an idea of what all of this stuff is. Let's see. We went over auto scaling. I'm not gonna go over all this stuff, but this is a great link. I will attach this link to wherever I post my video so that you can read it yourself. I feel like this is very great. This is a very great article. You do a lot of talking. Thank you, Ryan, for all of the great information. But I'm gonna let you guys go. It is Halloween. Time to go and put my spooky Halloween costume on. Nah, not for real. I'm not actually about to do nothing but watch some scary movies. And that's what I'm gonna do and try and avoid the zombie apocalypse that might happen tonight. But other than that, you guys take care. It's been great. Have a great one, and hopefully I'll see you in the cloud soon.